What a lovely afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to rumble here at Empire Fight Camp. My name is Todd Grisham. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Vasily Lomachenko, one of the most technically skilled fighters in all of boxing, an all-time pound-for-pound great. And he'll be facing Jorge Linares, who's not only a great fighter, but he's brilliant. He speaks Spanish because he's from Venezuela, Japanese because he lives in Japan. Vasily Lomachenko, one of the most technically skilled fighters in all of boxing. No one moves around the ring like Lomachenko. El Niño de Oro, Jorge Linares, fighting out of Venezuela and Japan. He won his first world title back in 2007 and hasn't looked back since.
This is going to be an intense stare-off before the fight starts.
And now we toss it up to the world-renowned ring announcer, Mr. Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, presenting the two-time Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, a tremendous three-division champion of the world, Vasily Lomachenko. Hiding out of the blue corner, from Barinas, Venezuela, a renowned three-division champion of the world, here is El Niño de Oro, Jorge Linares.
An open-air outdoor stadium, what a venue for this contest.
You get some fights saying, we'll fight on the cobbles, we'll fight anywhere, just give me a space. And that's what you get. It doesn't matter where this fight is, as long as these fighters can get into action.
Good luck.
Here we go for round one. These two were made for each other. Do you believe this? That left scores. Their first fight was sensational as both men went down. Let's see what happens here as Lomachenko looks for his second victory over Linares.
Lomachenko, they thought this guy could be a world champion in his second professional fight. They put him for a world title. In his second professional fight, he lost. But he only lost because of lack of professional experience. From then, he's gone from strength to strength. Linares, this guy is so slick. This guy's had it all. This is why the first fight between these two was technically brilliant. Lomachenko was too smart, too sharp, had everything going for him, and he showed his skill. And that's why this fight, in the 10th round, he had the job done. I think these two fighters will again put in an amazing performance. I think it's one of those fights, again, that you cannot put your house on. I think it's one of those fights where you will see and learn so much about the true art of boxing.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Good counter-punching from both these fighters. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker.
And there's the bell for round two. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Both men step back for just a moment. And he misses with that jab. Well, I hope you brought your sunscreen. You're going to need it as we have our main event underneath the bright sunny skies.
So Todd, let me explain to you. We are outside. Nobody can turn the temperature down. Nobody can turn the sun down. When that sun's beating on you, when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when you're getting hit, when you're getting hurt, there's no cool fan that's dropping in there. This is where it's real fighting, fighter on fight.
That one lands. Left punch. And this with that jab. He gets out of the way of that left hand. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
On to the third. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Still waiting for this fighter to show some defensive ability. He just misses with that jab. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Both of these fighters have had their moments. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Neither man really defending themselves. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be...
And there's the bell to start round 4. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Expect between these two lighter weight fighters.
Oh my goodness, what pace, what pace. They're like, do you know what a Yorkshire Terrier is, Todd? They're like little Yorkshire Terriers.
He just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. Both men step back for just a moment. Tough to be a judge in this fight, as both fighters have had their big moments. Missed him with that uppercut. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Let me explain to you about a fast fight. A fast fight that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. Got out of the way of that right hook. Knockout or bust for both of these fighters. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Defending himself. The courage on display here is incredible. And he misses with the left uppercut. He misses with that jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
There's the bell for round 6. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
What can they change? They can change their attitude. They can change their nervous system for a certain amount of punches per round. Because otherwise, if they deviate from the game plan, they're going to be shattered once again, and the fight will be over.
He misses with that jab. Been a very competitive round between these two. They score with that left hand. Nice exchange here from both men. These fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution.
And he will hold here, and good thing he did because he was getting beaten up.
Sometimes styles make fight, but this one, the styles just seem to be clashing.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. You can see he does not like being grabbed onto. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Round 7, here we go. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going. This fighter's not showing us much defense at all. This fighter realizes that defense, and he's being smothered here in the clinch and can't get his shots off. Nice veteran move here to hold on to his opponent to slow down the momentum. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that.
Better be careful. The referee may take a point if he keeps clinching. He threw the hook, didn't land. It's bombs away. Let's go with that right uppercut. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are done. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Exchange here from both men. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments. That punch landed. And he just missed with that left jab. That jab misses. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
And there's the bell for round 9. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
You've got to be courageous when you're getting in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain, man.
Why sit in the pocket when your punches are this slow? Both men step back for just a moment. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job. This fighter has tested their opponent's power and apparently isn't impressed as they continue to walk through all these power shots.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
He fails to score with that left hook. What is this fighter doing? There's nothing behind these punches. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
It's round 10. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take you out with a simple jab, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Just missed with that big right hand. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
And there's the bell for round 11. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, crept right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute. Nice veteran move here to hold on to his opponent to slow down the momentum. That left hand misses. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Missing with that jab. The right hook just missed. So his offense gets stifled there by a clinch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
There's a lot on the line here.
There's the bell for round 12. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
What are they doing that round? Are they trying to get the murder out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round? In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff. You can see he does not like being grabbed onto. Tried to score with a jab. Just missed with that hook. Nope, that jab not going to score. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. No surprise as we get a unanimous decision there.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. Had every round in the bag. There was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.